Hi, it's Ashley from Sweet Dreams Bake Shop, and welcome to my channel. Now today we're doing a little bit of a different type of video. Normally I show you how to organize kitchen tools or my baking tools, but today I'm going to show you how I'm going to kind of reorganize my craft room. Now this video is going to be in a few different parts because I must admit that in this particular video, I get most of the organization done, but there's a lot of details that I'm not super happy with still. So I'm going to be explaining the general gist of what I do today, but I'm hoping in another video to show you how I'm going to glam up the place. And I'm going to refine some of those pickier details as well as some things that I just couldn't figure out how to store in this particular video. So as you guys know, in all of my other organizational videos, I've usually chosen a slat wall. This time I did go with a pegboard. Reason being, I just felt the pegboard did go a little bit better aesthetically with a craft room concept, so I decided to go with that. Now, I know a lot of you are home bakers or you just like to bake as a hobby, and I am more so a baker than a crafter for sure, but I find with baking, I do need to have craft supplies on hand, especially things like ribbon and wrapping for cookies and that type of thing. And once you get into structured cake, you need a whole bunch of tools and different things to help you. So I really want to organize this space so that it's a space that I actually want to work in. I've also been really getting into working with the Cricut as well, so I needed to create space for all of those supplies too. I started to glam this up just a little bit with these knobs. They were about $16 from HomeSense. I just wanted to add a little bit of sparkle here, and I'm going with a lot of pinks in this room as well. So with this pegboard, my general vision for this side of the room actually is to have all of my wrapping paper and everything that has to do with wrapping over on this side. Ideally, I would like all of my ribbons to be on this board, but unfortunately, I didn't buy enough hooks. So next time I go to IKEA, which is where all of this stuff is basically from, I'm going to pick up a lot more of those hooks. And I think I'm also going to increase the pegboard space here as well. Of course, putting things that I don't need as much to the top and things that I use more frequently to the bottom. I'm a huge party person, so the upper half of this shelving unit I am utilizing all for parties, everything that I'm going to be using for parties. So all that paper is going to be used for cake toppers and cupcake liners, and then you saw I had a whole bunch of chalkboards up there as well, and vases and fake flowers. Now the bottom half of the shelf, I really had to think quite a bit on, and this probably took me the longest out of anything to do. I really wanted to set up a space in which my daughter could access things really easily, her own craft supplies, but I also wanted to make sure that it was easy enough for her to put back. So you will notice that these are quite deep, and I'm not utilizing all the space in there, but I have a feeling that now that I have the space, I'll be able to load up more on things like paints and paint supplies, and all of the stuff that is going to encourage not only her, but my son's creativity as well. Now I am separating out these beads. I'm hoping these trays work out for her. I know it's really hard for her to pick up the beads in the little containers that they came in, so I'm hoping that these trays will help her out. I'm also hoping that she won't trip and have them spill everywhere, but I think that's just wishful thinking. A lot of these smaller organizational tools I already had, but I was using them for other things, and I've transferred everything over just to make things easier. I'm all about the easy access. So if you watched my organizational video on all of my baking supplies, I really wanted to have everything visible and flat because I really don't like digging through things. So I tried to kind of keep that same thing going with my craft room as well. With baking, I tend to not have leftover things the way I do with crafting, so I did make sure to put all of the excess ribbon and things into drawers. Now my drawers aren't perfect, so I'm definitely going to save that for next time once I've figured out all of the little details for every single drawer. Now all of these bins and everything are super well organized now, so I feel good that my daughter is going to be able to access those things. I also feel like I'm going to be more encouraged now to work with my Cricut, to work with all of the different things that I've just kind of left downstairs. This room is in the basement, so I tend not to venture down here. I spend a lot of my time in the kitchen, as you guys know. My next goal is really to make this space a place that I really want to be in, as I mentioned before. I'm going to be adding more gold artwork. I'm also going to be adding in some more pinks here and there, some marbling. I really want to put some decals in as well. You'll notice here that I have a bunch of these pink clips. Reason being is if you guys have kids, you know that they always want to share their artwork with you, which is fantastic, but you run out of space. So I told her that she can feature a few of her art pieces there, and when she gets tired of them, she can change them over. I also bought this super cute pink garbage can. And I also eventually want a really fun, glam, but comfortable chair. This craft table is awesome. It's again from IKEA. And I like it because it can extend out, or if you need more space, then you can make it smaller. This is going to be the table that I use for all of my gift wrapping as well as my Cricut printing. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can be part of the Sweetie fam. Right now, I'm uploading daily, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Also, be sure to comment, request, or ask a question. I love hearing from you guys. Bye!